YTE stands for It's Spice back in again review. Today I'm going to be talking about how many regenerations does the Doctor really have. And in fact, before I do start with that, shout out to Sir Squirrel. His channel link will be linked to the description below. Don't forget to check it out. And as you can hear, I've got a little microphone as well. Actually, that's my microphone for the time being. It's actually a temporary microphone until my actual microphone comes from a site, which is a high quality version than what you usually know. So I thought of this idea yesterday, and it's a Doctor Who related video, and it's very rarely I do Doctor Who videos now. You know, but however, how many regenerations has a Doctor really have? Now, let's just say right. Usually, you could only have up to 12 faces. Okay. Now, what we are supposed to be knowing, we have 11 in fact, we have 12 incarnations of the Doctor. But the 11th Doctor is meant to be the 12th Doctor, because the 11th Doctor is David Tennant. Then the 10th Doctor is Christopher Eccleston. Then the 9th Doctor is the War Doctor, which he doesn't like to call himself the Doctor. But because he don't call himself the Doctor or a number of Doctor, it is just Matt Smith 11, David Tennant's 10, and Christopher Eccleston is 9, and the 8th Doctor and the War Doctor say 8.9, let's say that. And then the 12th, right, the 12th Doctor had, we'll get to him in a minute. The 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, in a town called Christmas, where you can only speak the truth, and the 11th Doctor is travelling with Clara, and the Doctor ages, and then you get a little poem in the Christmas cracker saying something about the clock is now striking 12s, and at that point the Daleks' ship had came down to destroy the town, and the Doctor had no more tricks up his sleeve, and Clara had saw this crack in the wall and gave the Doctor hope. And by giving him more hope, meaning giving him more regeneration, because the Doctor is aging, is because he used up all his regeneration, and you can only have up to at least 12 incarnations of yourself. But Matt Smith only classed himself as the 11th Doctor, so technically you could have got away with one more, but reality, he used it all up. But Clara had helped him in saying, the world needs you, we need the Doctor, we need help, what, there's more invasions, who's going to save us now? Oh, let's call for Superman. Oh wait, there's no such thing as Superman. But hey, what can you do? It's not like you can just dress up in a costume pretending to be the Doctor. Well, I've got a universal remote, I can always turn off TVs for a living. I better stop there. Or you got a lightsaber, you can pretend to be someone out of Star Wars and just say, hey, I'm the Doctor and I've got a lightsaber from Kylo Ren. No. And Matt Smith had aged, he was dying, and he created this best friend called Handel, so he's died before him, which is an old Cyberman head, and saying, oh, something about you need to patch the phone back into the TARDIS console. Bit too late. So yeah, then at that point Clara picks up the phone, which we didn't know about why the Doctor had the phone out of the phone box, but if you remember that Christmas special, Matt Smith aging, you see the phone hanging out the police door? Well, and you go to Peter Capaldi, where he regenerated and is a new Doctor, and near enough towards the end of the first episode of Doctor Who, Clara gets a phone call off the 11th Doctor. The 11th Doctor, that point, doesn't know what he looks like, but yeah, you can hear off the phone that he's old, he's aged a bit. And yeah, Peter said, "Is that the Doctor? Matt Smith, is that the Doctor?" And the 11th Doctor saying, "Help him, he needs you." And then 12th Doctor saying, "I know what I'm saying because I made that phone call." Then Clara came up to the 12. "Thank you." And then he says, "I don't think I'm a hugging person now. But hey, change." And he's still not ginger. Well, now we've got a female Doctor. She's not ginger. I don't even know what to say now. But anyways. And then Clara cracking the wall like the old 11, you know, like the previous 11, you know, with the bow tie and the fez and the Swedish jackets and the skinny fitted trousers. And yeah. And then you get weird deja vu. And then you get a crack in the wall, or crack in time. Clara turned her back, and then boom, it closed. And then the Doctor looked up at the sky, saw regeneration power. What shall I call it? Well, when I was first watching Doctor Who, I said, "That's fire coming out of his hands and face." No! Well, I said something along the lines. But until then I saw regeneration. What the heck was that? Did you guys just see that? I don't know if I'm just seeing things or if you guys are actually seeing things or whatever, but on the top side on there, I just saw a little white cloud just flash. I'm going to have to watch that back. But yeah, Clara, thanks to the Doctor for making that phone call. And then the 11th Doctor uses as much regeneration power that the crack in time had given, or the Time Lords, whichever the two, and he regenerated, and then he went back to the TARDIS, and he's like young again, but that's only a quick fix. And then, so we have about, so the 11th Doctor is basically the 12th incarnation, the 12th Doctor is basically the 13, and the 13th Doctor is basically Doctor number 14. Have I just seen things? But yeah, so back to the TARDIS. The Doctor remembers Amelia Pond. And Clara's saying, "Who's that?" The first person that this face had saw. And we saw a stairway of pictures and reminders of what she's like. Fish fingers and custard on top of the TARDIS console, which was in the first episode of the Matt Smith era, due to after regenerating from David Tennant to Matt Smith, which was the saddest moment for me because David Tennant's my favourite Doctor. But hey, in fact Peter Capaldi reminds me of the 10th Doctor in some episodes. But that's not the point. Then Matt Smith regenerates again, to Peter Capaldi. So we've had about regeneration, breaking the Gallifrey rules of regeneration. So that's regeneration number 14 now. No, 15. Then in the TARDIS, 16. Okay. Then 12th Doctor has appeared saying, I've got new kidneys. I don't like the colour. Well, deal with it. Then the Doctor goes into... In fact, I just need to write down number 16, just in case I forget. So, we've had 16 regenerations so far. Just use that. And, then, later on, towards the end of the series, when the Doctor gets his new screwdriver from Hellbent, which is Goodbye Clara. Yeah, Goodbye Clara. Great companion. Anyways, that's not the point. But when he meets Bill Potts, I can't remember. He pretends to work for somebody, or he pretends to be against Bill. Then Nardell, the character that plays Andy from Little Britain. Yeah, I know, don't like that one. Alright, I better stop now. So Nardell is siding with the Doctor in this little prank, testing Bill. Then we get a scene where Bill pulls up a gun in front of the Doctor. The Doctor doesn't do guns, but for once David Tennant actually did a gun. He used the gun for once in his regeneration. He used the gun. You know, when the Master came back and sound the drums. Anyways, yeah. Then she shot the Doctor. The Doctor regenerated again. So, basically, that's regeneration number 17. Okay, 17 regenerations. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The Christmas special. Well, towards the Christmas special. Ooh. Got a big one coming. The Doctor doesn't want to regenerate no more. He's given up. He don't want to be the Doctor no more. He's thinking, oh, I've got to give it one more go. But every time his hands glow, he's thinking, no! We can't count them as proper regenerations. But we can count them for trying to refuse regenerations. So how many times has the Doctor tried to refuse regenerating? About 2 or 3? I'll put 2 or 3. 2/3 fail. Okay. Then towards the end, well, before we had these fake, you know, this thing, before the Christmas special, I think, I can't remember, it's been a while since I watched it, the Doctor was on the floor. No, he wasn't. That's a Christmas special. The Christmas special, he didn't want to regenerate, he just wanted to give up. Okay, this is the point where Doctor Who was about to give up. But then, BBC had the surprise up the sleeve. Boom! A child, well, not a child, a female Doctor, named Jodie Whittaker. And, yeah. And then, the next thing you get is the Doctor on the on the floor, and Bill was saying, "Oh, we need you, Doctor, we need you. Everyone's going to need you." At that point, if there's no Doctor, then who's going to be left? And at that point, she left the TARDIS, give him a kiss on the cheek, boom, and then zoom in on the Doctor. Shoom. On his head, he's healing, so you can call that a regenerating healing. Basically like Matt Smith, where he had to heal his components for a short amount of time. So we can class that 2 times that's happened. So 2 minor healing regeneration. Then you get the end, where the TARDIS explodes. The Doctor changes. He remembers what Bill said, and then, boom, 13th Doctor. So that's regeneration number 18. Okay. Then the TARDIS explodes. Well, it doesn't explode, but it just destroys itself inside, like the David Tennant one. And Jodie Whittaker's falling out the TARDIS, and that's all you get to see. And then lights out. Boom, done. So that's what I wrote down. We have 2 to 3 failed regenerations. We have 18 regenerations, which is over the limits of the 12 reincarnations, because you can only get 12 incarnations in a Doctor, because that was the main point. The main point is that the Doctor was only allowed to get 12 incarnations of himself. He's gone past that mark. He's broke the Gallifrey rules, he's broke the Time Lord rules, whatever you want to call it. He's done 18 regenerations. Okay? Then you get 2 minor regenerations, where it's repairing your body, but not fully. But before we go any further, we don't have 18 fully regenerations. No, we don't. We have 19 regenerations. Because you want to know why? Okay, David Tennant. Ring any bells? Alright, he's the 10th Doctor. You know, allons-y, the French word for come on then. Right. How can I put this? The Daleks control takes the TARDIS. Well, about to take TARDIS. The Doctor sees Sarah Jane Smith again, which has sadly passed away. She sees Rose Tyler. Girlfriend. Yeah. That's in the episodes. Alright. And then, as he's running towards her, Daleks. Exterminate, UB, exterminate. Brain cells, everything destroyed. The Doctor, David Tennant, had been shot by Dalek. Then the Doctor had to be rushed into the TARDIS by Rose and Sarah Jane. I can't remember. And then tells everybody, just need to stand back. He regenerates. He regenerates, but it doesn't change. He fixes up his body. You can't class this as a minor regeneration because he used the full regeneration scale. But he didn't want to change his face, he didn't want to change his body. He wasn't broken down enough to be properly changed. So, let's call this bottle... Alright, let's call this bottle the hand in the tank. Alright? Screwdriver is the hand. and this is the tank. Doctor regenerates, but with the rest of the regeneration scale, goes right into the hand. So meaning, in a next episode, Donna Noble, Dr. Donna, had sucked up some of that regeneration from the hand in the tank. Released the hand from the tank. Boom! The Doctor has now got twin brother, David Tennant number 2. Or Doctor number 2. Then Rosell had to go back into the Bad Wolf time, Bad Wolf Bay, and with the other Doctor, you know, having a bit of fun. Don't want to detail. So we can call that 19 regenerations. We could call it 20, but having the twin Doctor doesn't really count. So in total, how many full regenerations has the Doctor had? Well, remember, the marker where the Doctor can only regenerate up to is about 12 incarnations. The War Doctor, if you don't know who the War Doctor is, if you don't watch Day of the Doctor, there's a Doctor called John Hurt. Sorry to spoil you, if you haven't seen it, you better watch it. John Hurt, his screwdriver. Well, the packaging states it's the other Doctor's screwdriver, but that's before it's been named to the War Doctor. Okay. Then, are you listening? Stop pointing your screwdrivers, they're not water pistols. Okay. And you get Matt Smith and the David Tennant. Compensating. Ow. And then John Hurt doesn't like to call himself the... Well, John Hurt, as in the War Doctor, doesn't like to call him the actual Doctor. The War Doctor, Time War, Gallifrey. Alright? But never know that. Gallifrey wasn't existing. Well, David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Christopher thought Gallifrey was gone. Until Day of the Doctor. Or the Master. Because the Master brought back the planet Gallifrey. Just. And then David Tennant got rid of it. So. That is, in fact, 19 full regenerations out of the 12 incarnations that you was meant to get as the Doctor. If you was meant to be the Doctor, the basic rules are you can only regenerate up to number 12. Not past that mark point. So, we had 19 regenerations from Doctor Who. William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Sylvester McCoy. No. Oh, shoot. I don't even know my own thing back to front. Right. William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston. No. Paul McGann, John Hurt, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, and Jodie Whittaker. Boom. Now your tiny little minds have been boom bazzled. So, 2/3 little failed regenerations because the doctor didn't want to regenerate. Doctor number 13, basically, which is, don't you dare say Jodie Whittaker, because it's not. It's actually Peter Capaldi. I nearly forgot the doctor's names then. But in our minds, 12 is Capaldi, 11 is Matt, you know, the normal usual way before they came up with these daft little regeneration scales. And then 2 minor regenerations, which is repairing the body. So that's it. But if we totaled the whole thing up, so 2 + 3 is basic math, kids. It doesn't take much to do, but I'm just gonna push that back and then knock the screwdrivers over. Come on. There you go. The smartest kid wouldn't need a calculator. Okay. So, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 actual regenerations. If you totaled the whole thing up. So, not back in there now. There you go. Your tiny little minds have been exploded into tiny little pieces. Gone. Now, if you guys had enjoyed this little theory, please hit the like button. And also, if you aren't subscribed already, please just subscribe. And also comment down below if you subscribed and liked. Because there's great more Doctor Who content on my channel to come yet. 30th Doctor Screwdriver this week, Friday. The day release of the new Screwdriver Capture Options version. 3rd of August, the day before my birthday, because my birthday is 4th of August. I don't know why I need to tell you this all the time. But hey, never miss upload by clicking the bell. I'll see you soon. Bye.